You are working your diesel truck hard, maybe hauling a heavy trailer up a steep hill, when suddenly you notice a massive drop in power and a thick cloud of black smoke pouring out of your exhaust pipe. You pull over, plug in your scanner, and find code P20CD, which means the exhaust aftertreatment fuel injector eye control circuit is low. This is a serious one for my diesel owners because it directly affects your selective catalytic reduction system, or ESCAR. Modern diesel engines are built to be incredibly clean, and they do this by injecting a reductant compound, usually called diesel exhaust fluid or DEF, directly into the exhaust stream before it hits the catalytic converter. This precisely timed spray elevates the temperature to burn off soot and neutralizes those nasty nitrogen oxide emissions that are so bad for the environment. Injector eye is basically a high-tech solenoid that sprays this fluid, and when the computer sees a low voltage in that circuit, it means the injector is not getting the juice it needs to fire properly. This usually leads to your diesel particulate filter, or DPEF, getting completely choked with soot because the system cannot reach the high temperatures needed for a regeneration cycle. If you let this go, your truck will eventually go into a crawl mode where you can barely go fast enough to get off the highway. Your first step is to crawl under the rig and find that injector. It is usually mounted right on the exhaust pipe between the engine and the catalytic converter. Because it sits in a place that gets blasted by water, mud, and extreme heat cycles, the wiring harness is the #1 failure point. Look for wires that are burnt to a crisp or connectors that are covered in that nasty green crusty corrosion from winter road salt. Disconnect the plug and use your digital volt-ohm-meter to check the power supply. You should see 12 volts of battery power when the system is active. If the power is there, you need to test the injector itself. Most of these are simple solenoids, so you can measure the internal resistance and compare it to the factory specs. If the injector is shorted out internally, it will drag the whole circuit voltage down. Also, check your DEF tank level. If you are bone dry, the pump might be overworking and causing electrical noise. Sometimes the actual culprit is just a bad relay or a blown fuse in the engine bay box that provides power to the whole emission system. If everything electrical tests out perfectly but the code persists, you might be dealing with a programming error in the brain of the truck, but that is pretty rare compared to a simple broken wire. Fix this fast, because a clogged after-treatment system is a total nightmare that can lead to a multi-$1,000 bill for a new catalytic converter and a lot of downtime you cannot afford. Take your time with the diagnostic and you will save a fortune.